alone and being happy can go hand in hand. You can be alone, comfortable, and happy all at the same time. If you practice self-love, work at staying healthy. Ask yourself for advice. And understand the value of being self-sufficient. Being alone does not have to mean or necessarily equal sadness. In fact, for those people who can grasp the power of being by themselves, being alone can also equal complete happiness and satisfaction. In the end, happiness and joy are not given by anything or anyone outside of ourselves. In fact, happiness is a state of mind that comes from within each of us. It comes from your heart, your soul, and your thoughts. The truth is that being single or being alone, with no friends around you, can provide you with a huge opportunity. It can allow you to dig deeper inside yourself and find out precisely what makes you happy. If you've had serious relationships in the past, you've probably already realized that no one else can make you truly happy. The secret to being alone and being happy is first to understand how to find happiness from within yourself. Being alone forces you to look for happiness on your own and not with or because of someone else. It can actually be quite inspiring and invigorating to be on your own. You may find, after a relatively short period of time, that you're perfectly capable of being happy and alone. You won't need other people's successes or their failures to regulate your mood or your sense of self. Instead, you'll find that you're even more capable of being there for someone else when they look to you for inspiration. The importance of being self-sufficient. You can be incredibly happy even if you are all alone. You will find that you don't need anyone or anything outside of yourself to be happy and feel fulfilled. You are much more important than others around you may have led you to believe. In the end, it all comes down to making a choice. A choice that you need to make on a daily basis. The choice to accept and believe that you are okay and just fine when you're all by yourself. That life can be simply amazing when you live it by your own will and with your own intention. A choice that you make, that you don't need anyone or anything else to make you happy. Asking yourself for advice. Being happy all by yourself also requires that you put more value on your own opinion rather than on other people's. Don't ask for advice from anyone else unless you really need it. And even then, consider your own personal thoughts and opinions of equal value to theirs. And in fact, in most cases, even more important than the opinions you receive from others. At any of the crossroads you face in life, you need to make the choices that are right for you. Choosing only those things in life that will make you happier in the long run. You'll find that what is best for you is ultimately best for everyone, even the ones you love the most. When you reach a point where you trust your own judgment, and you believe that you can make complex decisions all by yourself, you'll become much happier with yourself and those difficult life decisions you've had to make. You'll become a stronger and more confident person. You'll also be able to become a better mentor for others. Asking yourself for advice also means that you need to learn how to talk to yourself. We all have an inner voice that talks to us throughout the day. While it's easy to ignore that voice when you're part of a large group of coworkers or circle of friends, it's quite challenging to ignore this inner voice when you are alone in your room. Practice self-love. If you want to become happier while being alone, you need to start learning how to practice self-love. The moment that you stop looking for happiness from others is when you'll finally realize that you can be a happier person all by yourself. The practice of self-love starts with valuing yourself more than what you think others are thinking about you. Accept that you, like most people, are perfectly normal in most aspects of your life, and also recognize that you are extraordinary in other areas of your life. Become more mindful about yourself and realize that you are a very complex, beautiful, and thoughtful human being. You will find through self-reflection that you have gifts and talents other people simply don't have. You will also recognize just how unique and special you truly are. A great way of practicing self-love is to reward yourself from time to time. Go out to a great restaurant and order a wonderful dinner for yourself. Go out to the mall and buy yourself that beautiful dress or that suit that you've been thinking about getting. Take a few days off work and get reacquainted with all the natural beauty in and around the area where you live. You'll learn that you don't need to go on a vacation to a foreign land or a Caribbean island to be happy alone. Real happiness comes from within yourself and not from anything in the outside world. Yes, I know. A vacation to an island with all those beautiful beaches and that warm ocean breeze can also be a great thing to do by and for yourself. You'll also find that you can make that trip perfectly well alone and for yourself. Working to stay healthy and happy. Ultimately, you can become happier while being alone by capitalizing on the benefits of having a healthy lifestyle. Go to the gym and reconnect with yourself at a physical level. Start eating healthier and cook wonderful meals for yourself more often. Don't just settle for throwing that frozen or leftover dinner in the microwave. Go out for a walk or perhaps a bit of a run every morning or in the evening after dinner. You'll quickly notice the tremendous, positive difference in your sense of well-being and your mood. You'll feel better and you'll be happier. You'll also start to give yourself that quick smile and personal high fives for just making the effort of staying more physically active. The bottom line: this is your day, your month, your year to become a happier, healthier person, all by yourself. And it starts by becoming your own best friend all over again. You can be alone, comfortable, and happy all at the same time if you practice self-love. Work to stay healthy. Ask yourself for advice and understand the value of being self-sufficient. You can do it. Just make the choice to do it now and get started on your own path towards happiness, even when you find yourself all alone. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, check out our One Vibrant Life website by clicking on the link provided in the description area below. And thanks again for stopping by.